Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for the last warm-up game for England before Euro 2020 starts on Friday. And England have their first game, of course, on Sunday against Croatia. Today, it is England versus Romania at Middlesbrough one more time. We saw England play Austria over on Thursday night, wasn't it? Winning 1-0 up at Borough. And we are go again. We will have a look at the team. Again, an interesting one from Gareth Southgate. I would love to know, and let's try and keep things positive today. I would love to know what you're hoping from which player. Because remember, there is that one place to play for in the squad, with Trent Alexander-Arnold having been withdrawn now. So what are you expecting? Who's going to have a bit of a breakout game today? We've got a few returns into the starting lineup. We've got two first full debuts, and we've got a complete first appearance on a pitch in an England shirt for one of our players as well. Plenty to talk about. Let's say a quick thank you to our good friend Charlie, who sponsors all our watch-alongs, 30 years of Loyal Royal. Here is to many more. Thank you very much, Charlie. He got involved over on Patreon. You can do the same, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Just done a Q&A for that. You can also support at any point in the broadcast via Super Chat. Become the king of the bin on that fake news sin bin. And do me a solid here. Do me a real solid. Hit subscribe today if you haven't already. I've got this laptop open here. 16,979 of you have subscribed. We are so close to 17,000 subscribers. Let's make that little 15,000 thing up there completely out of date. That would be great. We are 21 subscribers away from 17,000. Let's see if we can bang a few on during this here stream, which is England versus Romania. And I know we have a few European football gurus. Romania are not in the Euros, so I'm going to need a bit of help. Let's not get into pronunciations. Who cares, frankly? But anybody knows anything about these Romanian players? I was hoping to see Georgie Hadji's son and the striker from Reading, Georgie Puskas, but no, neither of them there, so we're struggling. There is Harry Maguire, the lesser spotted Harry Maguire, who is having a photograph with one of the Romanian players. Brilliant stuff. Great to see Harry Maguire. Prefer to see him on the pitch, I think, but there we go. Keep your comments coming in. Right, we'll have a quick look at the team, and I want your reaction on this. On the one hand, maybe we would like to see our first team, but on the other hand, if one of them got injured, all hell would break loose, wouldn't it? So there we go. This is what Gareth Southgate has gone with tonight. And I suspect it's going to look more like a 4-2-3-1, isn't it? With Grealish maybe as a 10. Let's quickly take that one from Archie. Thank you very much, Archie. Super chat. Saw the news on your earlier VT. I want to say huge congratulations. I'm sure you'll take to this naturally. Best wishes. Thank you very much. We did mention early in our video that I'm going to be a dad, which is great news. Obviously, we've kept it under our hats for a while, but it's public now, so we can say it now, and it will be happening, fingers crossed, all being well, in about 8 weeks' time. Yeah, we've kept it under our hats. So thank you, Archie, and I'll read out all the thanks from and the congratulations from you guys there. But it's not all about me. It's all about England tonight. Obviously, do thoroughly appreciate that super chat, Archie, and all of the congratulations we've had. Very, very lovely of everybody to be saying that. All you dads can give me some advice in the chat. I'll need it. Anyway, England 11. We'll get into the comments in just a sec. So Sam Johnston makes his debut, the West Brom goalkeeper. I guess he's just keeping it warm for a second. Pickford played well the other night. I think Pickford's first choice isn't he, going into Sunday against Croatia? Maybe Henderson will get some use as a substitute. Perhaps he's going to be the only keeper we're not going to have seen. Well, including Ramsdale, obviously, but Ramsdale's not actually in the full squad, is he? Across the back, the return of Luke Shaw at left back. Remember, it's between Shaw and Chilwell for Croatia, isn't it? Kieran Trippier played covered there with those guys getting back from European finals. Mings plays again alongside Ben White. And amazingly, we've gone from having 100 right backs in the squad to playing a centre-back at right back. Unbelievable scenes from England. So Trent played there in the last game, didn't he, in the right back spot. Trippier is rested. He's on the bench. So that's two of them. Who are the other two? Reece James, he's still not returned yet, and Kyle Walker. So, comical. We've got all the right backs, but none of the right backs, basically. Now, that central midfield, I suspect, will be a double pivot, won't it? Surely Jack Grealish is not going to play in a midfield three. We'll find out. I've been wrong before. So, is it going to be Ward-Prowse and Phillips sat, with then Grealish a bit further advanced? I would have thought we'll find out very soon. The players are now coming out. Rashford right, Calvert-Lewin central, Sancho left. If it is a 4-2-3-1, one would suspect withdraw Rashford and Sancho a little bit, have Calvert-Lewin up there on his own, and Grealish in at 10. Let's find out. We'll find out in just a second. We can. If someone reminds me, I think SofaScore have them up after about 25 minutes of the game. We can look at their heat maps, and we can tell you exactly where Jack Grealish has gone during those first minutes. There's the bench for England. Pickford, Ramsdale, Henderson, three keepers there. Trippier started the other night, so did Cody. Jordan Henderson, please, can we see Jordan Henderson? Even if it's for 30 seconds, just run on the pitch at the end and run back off again. Would be very pleased to see Jordan Henderson. Lingard, Bellingham, who did his reputation no harm the other night. Declan Rice, he started, didn't he? Watkins, and Harry Kane is wrapped up in cotton wool. Can you imagine Harry Kane got injured, started this game and got injured? It'd be ridiculous. Right, here we go. Help me out with any of these Romanians. We have Florin Nicha. Well, I won't try and do the accents or anything like that. The umlauts or I don't know what you call the little things over the top of the letters. I speak one language not very well, let's just say. Dejan Sarescu, Ionut Nedelekaru, we'll try. Vlad, Chirches, we'll go with. Mario Camora, Nikolay Stanchu, Razvan Marin, Alexandru. We'll go with Chur. I don't know. Are they Italian ones? Chicheladu. That sounds a little bit too Spanish, doesn't it? Andre Ivan. That sounds all right. Dennis Alibek and Alexandru Pound. So wish me luck with them. We'll learn as we go through the game. On the bench, God, there's 11 more. We'll try and do them. Vlad, Yakov, Kapusa, Ganea, Rus, Maxim, Morotan, Haji, there's a familiar name, thank you. Budescu, Alaru, and Bulaucha, I think, with the T there. Look, anyone's got any info on any of those guys? Let's be honest, we're all focused on the England shape. We're all focused on where Grealish is going to be going, and we're all, frankly, focused on which one of the kind of reserve backup players, i.e., Godfrey, White, Ward-Prowse, Lingard, Watkins, is going to take that final place vacated by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Let's get to your comments. What are we saying here? Go England. All make. Don't know what that means. Hi to James and Alistair. Mr. E. Peanuts. Love the video, Alistair. Thank you for the congratulations. Afternoon to David. One of our big supporters there, the sponsor of our Super Streams. Thoughts on Sam Johnston, says Charlie. Good luck to him. Look, he's in the squad, and I suspect it's going to be Pickford starting the first game, but let's get him in the shirt. Let's Let's get a clean sheet under his belt and get him ready. Look like I've been for a swim. Yeah, head under the water in the bath a few minutes ago. Watching Billions. All good fun. Congrats, Ben White, Sam Johnston, and Ben Godfrey on their debuts. Very much so. Good luck to all of those. Thank you, everybody, saying the nice things. And here at least 2021. Just hoping for no more injuries. I'm happy he hasn't risked many key players. Yeah, he can't win, Mr. E, can he? If he, from what you say, you're pleased he hasn't risked key players, etc. There'll be others that will say, "Oh, why aren't we going with our first team, etc." All made in the Championship. God, a lot of it is, isn't it? We'll go through that in a minute, actually. Thank you, James, QPR forever. Lots of nice comments here. Max has hit the subscribe button. Excellent stuff, JJ. No push gas, suspended and injured. There we go. Why is Grealish starting again? He really does look, AD, like he really wants to take a look at Captain Jack, doesn't he? For sure. I don't really want to get into it, but the players are about to take the knee. And Gareth Southgate spoke for a couple of minutes. You can comment on it if you want, but it's a very divisive issue that tends to just split everybody. So, we'll see what transpires up at Borough as the players take the knee. Jason, between Godfrey, White and Ward-Prowse. I think you're right, Jason. I had it down between those three. So, love to see Henderson on the bench. Agreed. Love to see him on the pitch. Evening, Mr. Radio Floyd. Best dad ever. We'll see how we go. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Herodotus. QPR forever. Peanuts. Sam. 80. Well played. There you go. Mr. E, congrats again. Buzzing for Johnston. Hopefully you'll become a dad in a world where England have... Oh, God, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Would rather rest Grealish. Yeah. We will see, won't we? Right, we're about to start. So I'm really, really sorry. I'm going to click through all your comments here. Thank you so much, everybody. Being very nice. And we have kicked off concerning that Henderson still hasn't got minutes. Agreed. Want to see him there. And we are off. 12 seconds gone. We'll try and get you a time sync at 1 minute as the Romanians have a nice little counter already down the left. It was Alexandru Paun, but it was just overplayed. Mirel Radoai, who is the coach for Romania, will get you a time sync very, very quickly. And let's see if we can find some positives for England. Let's hopefully get some good performance. Let's get a couple of goals, and let's hope one of those players, and I did agree, I think it was Jason who said in the chat, does feel a little bit like it is Ward-Prowse or one of the two centre-halves that's going to get the spare position, being it was a right-back going out, and we've got those possible injury concerns to Henderson and Maguire. I, of course, have missed the timestamp, haven't I? Because I do that all the time. So we'll try and get it on 2 minutes. My bad. Hi from Florida. Sam said about Buendia. We can talk about Buendia at halftime. Do a bit of Q&A at halftime for sure. Oh, mistake by Mings. And that's going to be a corner to the Romanians. Alibek didn't choose to cross. He was happy to go with the set play. I've got my fan on down here. Let me know if it's coming through the microphone. Corner to the Romanians. Chiriches is up, and Nedeleseru, I think is his name, cleared away by Calvert-Lewin. And it's Pound has recycled it. It's gone out to nice little slip back to Pound. Good opening here for the Romanians, and on the near post there, Dennis Alibek, and it was, I think Mings managed to put him off there, but it was Mings' mistouch there that got us into a bit of bother in the first place. A good cover in the end. Ooh, good start from the Romanians, who it's really only been one attacking phase, and it's been all them. So they've obviously had the better of it so far. And what a horrible first touch for Sam Johnston. It does weigh you down, this England shirt. We saw Ben Godfrey look a bit nervous when he came on the other night. Johnston immediately clips one out of play. And then ITV very unfairly go to Jordan Pickford to get his reaction. Right, here comes a timestamp. We go 3 minutes in 3, 2, 1, sync. So if you're watching on the ITV, what is the ITV app called? I can't remember. What is that called? Someone let me know in the chat. ITV Plus, is it? No, I can't remember what it is on your phone. If you're watching on that, you might be a little bit behind. So line us up. Right. Ward-Prowse has got it in the deep midfield position. We haven't spotted where Jack Grealish is playing. He certainly doesn't look like he's in a midfield 3, does he? Phillips is sitting. Yeah, it does look more like a either a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3 with that triangle with 2 holders. Grealish certainly isn't playing to the right-hand side of a midfield 3 for sure. Thank you, ITV Hub. You know when you just can't think of something? Deary me. What is Gareth wearing? David, I'm not normally one to comment on people's attire, but I want the waistcoat back for Croatia. Get Gareth in the waistcoat for sure. I'm going to agree with you on that one, buddy. Here is Mings. 2 touches from him and plays back into Sam Johnston. Give him another touch. Here is Ben White, who's playing on the right-hand side of the centre-back pairing. Actually, as he did at Leeds, didn't he? Very much used to popping the ball into Calvin Phillips after that season at Leeds. Here is Sancho, who's come short. Phillips on the ball in the centre circle and Shaw. England moving it about, not with a great deal of pace. Nice touch by Rashford. Here comes Shaw. Shaw bursting forward. Good play by him. Grealish right out on the left wing. Grealish invites Andre Ivan, who takes a touch, but Grealish has kept it. Got it to Rashford. Ward-Prowse. Good pressure by England. Sancho touch. Good rotation by the 3 off the front here, if indeed it is a 4-2-3-1. They're all over the place. Rashford primarily left at the moment. Grealish tries to draw a foul. Referee's not having it. It's a giveaway, I think, there by Calvin Phillips. And the Romanians have got it back. Nice slide tackle by tonight's England captain, Marcus Rashford, who we were talking about as playing down the right-hand side, weren't we? He's not, for sure. Either that or we're going to get a hell of a lot of rotation. It looks like Rashford's playing off the left. I mean, at the moment, Sancho's in the 10. Actually, no, he's not. At the moment, Grealish is in the 10 and Sancho over to the right. So we'll keep a good eye, on that one. Am I going to do an Ipswich season? Do you know, Annie, I don't think I will. I think we'll leave that to the boys at Blue Monday. We did a 2-parter on that one. So, Ken. Legend. Press the like button. Yeah, if you're watching, press the like button. Come on, England, says Chris. Agreed. Congratulations, says Dave, on my impending fatherhood. I wonder if your child will have the same dress sense. Well, I know probably everybody becoming a parent says this, but hopefully we'll let them make their own decisions. And I won't brainwash them too much with my terrible dress sense. Throw in to the Romanians in the right back position. Surescu throws it down the line. Anyone remember that Romanian team in World Cup 94? Remember? Hagi, Popescu, Radicoiu, Dumitrescu. Had some really good players, didn't they? I like that. You look like a sexy CBeebies Dave Grohl. Add the sexy bit in and we're all over it. Thank you, Mitchell. Calvin Phillips has just volleyed over the bar from about 35 yards. He's trying not to get caught laughing. Not Calvin's best, I have to say. Hagi, what a player. Dan Petrescu. Let's stop this now. Do you remember the goal Hagi scored? Who was it against where he feigns to cross it? And he just smacked. It was against Argentina. Smacks it over the keeper's head. How good was Popescu as well? He played for Spurs, didn't he? Popescu. He's Barcelona. He's like a sweeper, wasn't he? Hell of a player. And Radichui went off to West Ham and wasn't very popular, was he? A golden generation for Romania there. Hadji was ridiculous, wasn't he? Camara has got the throw in, the left back, number 22, down the left. Ben White sticks a foot in and gets it clear. Hadji was outstanding, wasn't he, Jest? Remember when Barcelona, you used to just sweep them up, didn't they? They had Stoichkov, Romario and Hadji, all the best players from the 94 World Cup. Annie, right, you need to do something for me, Annie. I'll find you the link and DM it to you or something. Hang on. Down the line it goes, crossed in from the left. Watch the BBC World Cup 94 review. You will love it. You will absolutely love it. Some awesome players there. Oh, nice feat by Rashford. Inside left. Plays it out to Luke Shaw. Here's Grealish, very deep. Grealish drifts it forward. Lovely ball. Nice one too. Rashford back to Grealish. Grealish down the left. Oh, Grealish crosses it in. I wondered if there was going to be a handball shout there as Chiriches slid in. Rashford goes again now. Left-hand side. Oh, nice dribble by Rashford. Just gives it away there. Marin, defensive midfielder, comes and takes it off him. Now, here we go on the counter with Romania. Now, they've got a man over. It's Pound, and he's got an overlap. Nice ball to Camora. Low cross. Oh, chance. Oh, best chance of the game by far there. It was the defensive midfielder, Razvan Marin, arriving. Nicely constructed attack. Forward comes inside. Fullback overlaps him. Oh, it's a good chance, that. That really is a good chance. He doesn't open up his body. He can just sweep that in the far corner. Goodness me. USA 94, the first World Cup in Rome, brilliant. Loved the Bulgarian side, weren't they? Fantastic as well. Lechkov, Stoichkov. There was an Ipswich player as well. Boncho Gwenchev was playing there. Southgate was played in 94. For Crystal Palace, probably, yeah. England weren't there, sadly. Puskas would have scored that. There we go. Can't wait for the 0 to 12 months of fatherhood prediction video. Which month do you... The one when they start sleeping, for goodness sake. 86, Lee remembers. Beautiful. Well, Maradona's World Cup, that one, wasn't it? Goodness me. Here is Mings. Mings plays that one down the line. Touch back inside. Phillips, big diagonal. Surely Sancho's offside. He's not. Sancho comes inside. Sancho, good chance. The Romanians look accusingly at the linesman. He's way offside. That's a dreadful decision. I cannot believe he's been allowed to go there. Yeah, it's probably a good thing he smashed it over the bar, but not the best call by the linesman down that side. Who was the Ipswich player? There's Sergei Baltacha was the Ipswich player who had a tennis player as a daughter. Down the line it goes. Here's Rashford down the left. Rashford against Chiriches. Anyone got any idea who any of these Romanian internationals club sides are? Oh, lovely feet by Grealish. Beautiful drift. Grealish into the box. Oh, one touch too many. Tries to put it along low. The first part of that was just fantastic from Grealish. Brilliant play. One touch too many. He knows he should have released just as he goes into the box here. Cross it now. And he had one extra touch. Sancho and Calvert-Lewin were on there. The first bit of that from Grealish was fantastic. No, Chiriches used to play for Spurs. Interesting. We do have a Premier League link there. Corner to England. Mings is up. Calvert-Lewin's up. Godfrey's up and White is up. Ward-Prowse curls it in. Everyone's been saying, "Oh, get Ward-Prowse in for his set plays." Let's see if we can get an assist or a goal from James Ward-Prowse from a set play. That will bolster the argument big style. I guess Mings has been pulled up for a foul there. Chiriches gets pulled down, doesn't he, by Tyrone Mings, who's had a little bit of a clumsy start, I have to say. Here's Phillips. Phillips to Godfrey, covering at right back. White. Grealish. Grealish has shown a couple of signs that he's possibly at it today. And a very ostentatious little clip ball from Jack Grealish there. I'm enjoying watching him today. Ben White, nice clip looking for Rashford, headed away. Luke Shaw comes powering in to try and win it back. Rashford, big header. Oh, and a slight, dreadful slice clearance there by Nedalecharu, I think. And out it goes. Marin plays for Cagliari. Stanchui plays for Prague. Chiriches plays for Sassuolo. Thank you, Anir. Normally have a couple of Romanian internationals in the Premier League, don't we? Most of the time. Another corner to England. And Ward-Prowse swings it in with the right foot, headed away by Nedalecharu. I think I'm getting there with that pronunciation. And the Romanians clear their lines. Not very well, though. A little hospital ball by Mings, but Ward-Prowse does well. Grealish tries. A long ranger. Another shot for England. Off target there. England 0, Romania 0. 14:40 on the clock. Who would I play in an England front three? Oh, that's very difficult. I mean, obviously Harry Kane. I think he's in everybody's. I would probably go 4-2-3-1. The problem you've got is I very much like Foden and I very much like Grealish, but they would both be vying for my left side position. I'd probably play Mount in at 10 and have the real creative, the dribblers, and so Mount could come and funnel back in. And then down the right, probably Rashford or Sancho there. So I'm stuck, honestly. I'm stuck for how you choose them, all loaded up in those positions. And can you play Foden and Grealish in the same setup there? Here come the Romanians down the right. Cross comes in, free header on the near post. Godfrey clears it. He was well outside the line of the post. It was Andre Ivan, but completely free header there. Came off Mings on the near post. To be fair to Mings, he shouldn't have had to have gone out that far. So he held his position fairly well. But if you get a really decent header on that one, it is a chance, isn't it? And Ivan didn't manage to do that. George is at the game. Are you at the game indeed, George? Whereabouts are you sitting, buddy? Where can we find you in relation to the hard camera, if you can see it? Let us know if you can hear me. I don't know if you've got earphones in. Good luck getting signal at a football stadium. Although with COVID numbers, it's probably a little bit easier, isn't it? Here is Johnston at the back. That's better distribution. And it goes to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw stands on the ball, though, slows everything down. England get back into shape. Here's Mings. Mings to White. White will surely step up with this. He's got tons of space. Romanians are not pressing the centre halves. Just standing off in that sort of mid-block there. Here comes Mings. He's got Mings and White are going to have to bring it out if the Romanian defensive shape stays as it is at the moment. Here's Phillips, right? He's got a bit of space near the centre circle. We're a bit stretched here, I have to say. Oh, but that's a good ball in by Rashford. Calvert-Lewin tries to cut it back, and it's a good little cutout by Chiriches. And into the arms of Nietzsche, the goalkeeper. Wasn't Nietzsche a philosopher? Completely not spelt the same, but you know what I'm saying. We haven't beaten Romania in over 50 years. The only time I can remember playing them was in Euro 2000. Do you remember? And Phil Neville conceded the penalty right at the end. Wasn't it Montiano as well, who played for Coventry, scored in that game? Here's Rashford. Rashford left side of the box. Rashford a couple of times now is you've looked and he's been on the ball and he's done the first bit right and then just a heavy touch and gets closed down. Nice to see England players who engage the opponent's centre halves, isn't it? Different to the Austrian press. Yes, very much so. Totally agree. England could face Portugal or France if they win their group. Yes, the group of death could give an opponent for England. Not gonna be easy, is it? Smart business by Villa. Well, I think if they're selling Grealish, I don't think it's going to be for 50 million. I think it might be a few more quid than that, but there we go. That Neville game. I remember being in the Cock and Pie pub in Ipswich watching that as we got knocked out. Yes, we did play Romania in 98 as well, didn't we? Was that when Michael Owen came on and scored? Did we draw that one? Or was that the one where Beckham scored the free? That was Colombia, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember 98. We drew with Tunisia. We had to beat, someone remind me, we had to beat Colombia at the end, didn't we? And Anderton and Beckham scored, didn't they? What did we do against Romania? Sounds like we never beat them. So bodes well for the next hour and a half, isn't it? Phillips, left-footed ball out to Godfrey. Godfrey inside, back to Calvin Phillips. Here is Ben White to Mings. Grealish comes short again. And Grealish, surely that's, come on, referee. He's let it get the most obvious foul you've ever seen in your life. But it looks like all the referees have clubbed together to just never give Grealish a foul when he's in an England shirt. Did we lose to Romania? Oh, did Owen equalise and then we conceded late on, Joe? Is that right? Oh, here comes Rashford. Rashford versus keeper. Ooh, well played, Nita, the keeper there. Yes, Petrescu, didn't he? Prodded one in from the edge of the box. No, edge of the narrow angle, wasn't it? And Petrescu played for Sheffield Wednesday and Chelsea in England at that time, didn't he? Classic. Nietzsche once said, there are no facts, only interpretations. A pity that doesn't seem to be the motto for Twitter. I think it is the motto for Twitter. There are no facts, but let's not go into that. So we've established that England never do very well against Romania. And I'm homogenising about 8 different World Cup games all into one now, aren't we? What's going on, San Marino, then? No idea. Let me know. Oh, please, no scandals. No scandals, please, this one. It's normally the French that have the scandal, isn't it, Archie? Deary me. Have you seen the Nicolas Anelka documentary? Because there's some really good inside footage on that from France scandals of the past. Here is Grealish, who's pretty much chief protagonist here in this game for England, isn't he? Rashford as well. Ward-Prowse, Sancho, inside right. Sancho's deep, though. Calvin Phillips is in unfamiliar ground, ahead of the wide players. Godfrey hasn't got a lot of help there from Sancho. It's all very well them rotating, but Godfrey was all on his own down the right. Here's Rashford down the left. Inside, outside. Rashford's got his man on toast. Great play by Rashford. Couldn't then make the cross. Rashford flew past Serescu there. Excellent play, and then just couldn't find anyone with the final ball. Ward-Prowse to Phillips. England having a good couple of minutes. 22:30 on the clock means we are halfway through the first half. Big switch of play. Rashford, lovely chest down by the England captain. Shaw, Phillips. Phillips trying to ping one in this time again. Sancho, lovely touch by Sancho, brings it down. Sancho knocks it back. Godfrey, space for Ben Godfrey. Oh, terrible shot by Godfrey there. Really didn't fancy that on the left foot there. We'll give him a pass. He's not a right back, is he? He's up there in the position. Fair play to him. His first touch just means he has to shoot, doesn't he? It opens up, but yeah, you can see. Goodness me. Don't think Ben Godfrey likes kicking with his left foot, but judging by that one. But fair dues to him. He's playing out of position, and he was up doing the business there. Romania trying to play out from the back. Not very well, although Grealish has a misstep there, and the Romanians, all in white, win it back. I've just noticed, actually, England wearing blue, Romania wearing white. Odd one. Here's Rashford again into the box. Rashford goes down. Referee says goal kick. And we will have a look at the replay. I have to say, Rashford completely has them on toast down that side. Looks very, very open for him. Oh, but I don't think that's a penalty, is it? Should we say he's gone down easily there? Rashford, and move on from that one. Let me know what you think in the chat. We didn't get the super slow. I didn't see much in that, I have to say. What I will say is Rashford does look against Surescu and Chiriches down that side. Does look like he's pretty much got the measure of them, hasn't he, for pace and dribble. So here's Rashford again. Lovely play by him. Sancho inside right. That's poor from Sancho. And he had actually Luke Shaw arriving down the left-hand side. Here is Godfrey to Grealish. Grealish very central here. Oh, nice 1-2 with Ward-Prowse. Grealish on to Sancho, crossing position. Sancho stands his man up. If I'm Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I'm thinking, stick the ball in the box, for God's sakes. We're having a lot of good possession down the sides here, but Calvert-Lewin hasn't had a single cross aimed at him at all. Here is Phillips. He clips it in. Godfrey's up. Godfrey got a little bit of a nudge in the back there. I think Alexandru Pound has played that quite well. I think Ben Godfrey's sort of realising that he's probably going to be able to fill his boots and just keep getting forward during this game. Romanians very keen to play out from the back. It's probably worth pressing that this phase of play when they're going from centre-back out to full-back. Very interesting there. As the Romanians took the goal kick, often you can spot a team fold back into shape, and it was very much 4-3-3 there, the shape, rather than 4-2-3-1, as Rashford fouls Marin. What I will say is two Romanian midfielders, Stanciu and Chaldu, if I'm pronouncing the C's right, have barely had the ball. They're literally just defending back. Either I haven't identified them properly or haven't mentioned them. Here is the left back, Camorra, for Romania. He knocks it inside. There we go. We will mention one of them now. That was Stanciu. And the Romanians have won a throw-in down the left-hand side. England 0, Romania 0. A couple of bright spots for England. Rashford looking all right. Grealish looking all right. Here is Ward-Prowse. Calvert-Lewin's a striker that needs crosses. Totally agree with that. And he hasn't had any so far. Has Southgate named who's replacing Trent yet? No. I don't see why he would either, because he doesn't need to do it until Grealish is fouled there by Kikaldu. Again, I don't know if I'm doing soft C's or hard C's. Yeah, you can still name a change up until the I think the day before or day of his first game, which is Sunday against Croatia, isn't it? Now here comes Shaw high up on the left. Shaw right up towards the edge of the box. Rashford back to Grealish, back to Rashford. Grealish one more time. Phillips out it goes to Mings. Mings to Shaw. Back to Mings. And White. Ward-Prowse back to White. And out to Godfrey at right back. Godfrey to Calvert-Lewin and back again. Everton teammates. Godfrey fires one into Sancho. He cannot control it. Out it goes. Has there ever been a longer 27 minutes? Yeah. I mean, Ipswich don't have the lead very often, but whenever Ipswich have the lead, if they can last 27 minutes, that's a long 27 minutes, isn't it? I assume he wanted this game to help decide. Yeah, of course, yeah. And, you know, we could get an injury. Please, God, no. Could get an injury in this game as well, and that might change the decision again. Crossed in from the right. Here is, good strike, actually, by Alexandru Pound. Touch on the edge of the box is a really difficult half volley, and he hits that one quite well, actually. Good touch. Yeah, good play by the striker. It's going in the corner, but can't quite get enough power on it. It would have been a hell of a goal to score from that chance. Good closing down by both Ward-Prowse and Godfrey. Would have to have been right in the corner there. Calvert-Lewin hurt by Trent's injury. England's best crosser of the ball. Well, maybe Ward-Prowse is now England's best crosser of the ball, particularly from dead balls. So you do have the feeling that the likes of Grealish and Rashford and Foden want to dribble the ball into the box, don't they? White. Up the line it goes to Ben Godfrey, and it's charged down and out for a throw. And as we come up to 30 minutes, Jay's muted the game and come to the stream. Well, make sure you line up. We are at 30 minutes here if you are watching. Looks like our President Trump friend is here and commenting again as Grealish is fouled again. And he's not very happy with the Romanian 8. Kichaldu. Yeah, not going to pretend to be on my Romanian pronunciation. Referee's just talking to Grealish. Grealish is saying, it's a horrible. Surely that's a yellow card. It's a shove in the back and a kick into the ribs there. Referee's had a word with the Romanian 8, but looked like a yellow card to me, to be honest. A shove in the back and a kick in the ribs as well. A free kick for England. Romania holding a brave high line, I have to say. So Ward-Prowse has a very big gap to aim for here. Let's see if we can get Calvert-Lewin on the end of this one. It's a very high line. They might want to play it short. In it goes into the box. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Oh, well, it looked a ludicrously high line to be holding there. And it turned out to be the case for sure. The cross into Calvert-Lewin. He had a ton of space. Header against the crossbar is a good effort by Calvert-Lewin. And that's the closest anyone has come. Here is Mings. Hopefully we'll get another look at that on a replay. Here's Sancho. Sancho back to Godfrey. England coming the closest there. Calvert-Lewin hitting the post. Over about 5-10 yards. Ward-Prowse is not that quick, is he? I've just noticed. Very good on the ball, obviously. Here's Grealish, 1-2. Grealish in the left-hand side. Grealish on the left foot, looking to cross for Calvert-Lewin. Over hits that one for sure. Ward-Prowse and Calvert-Lewin's just a beast in the air. It's a great header. Hand in the back on Chichires. He's an absolute monster in the air, Calvert-Lewin, isn't he? Do you remember in the other game against Austria the other night where he did a standing jump and his feet were about as high as the Austrian defenders? So, yes, we've said it already, and I think the chat agreed that Calvert-Lewin scores most of his goals width of the penalty box, crosses, doesn't he? He's just that type of striker. Is Calvert-Lewin this squad's plan B, Andy Carroll? Yeah, possibly. Problem for Calvert-Lewin is Harry Kane is so damn good, but Harry Kane is very much not a sticking between the posts and cross the ball in, because he's so good at coming off in the number 10 spot, isn't he? So two things work against Calvert-Lewin in that respect, don't they? And no one plays two up top anymore. Barely. Well, some people do, but I don't think we're going to, unless it's a 3-5-2. That might be fun, mightn't it? With Grealish at 10 or Foden at 10. Hey? There you go. 4-4 F-2. Just be careful in central midfield if you're doing that, believe you me. Here's Chicheres. Gets it back off Marin. And out it goes to Surescu. A nice little ball round the corner, but Shaw in there closing it down. And Shaw is fouled now. The fouls are racking up for the Romanians. 34 on the clock. England 0. Romania 0. England coming closest. Although, don't forget, there was that chance for Ravzan Marin, but England hitting the bar through Dominic Calvert-Lewin. First bit of service, Calvert-Lewin's head as well. Had on the head from James Ward-Prowse. Did look like an odd setup from the Romanians, though. Huge high line from the set play. Here comes Godfrey down the right. A good play by Godfrey to keep that in. Here's White. White wearing Bobby Moore's shirt and coming storming up the pitch there from centre half. I assume Calvin Phillips is covering in now. Let's hope so. Right, here come Romania and England have a centre half way up the pitch. Make the foul, Tyrone. Yep. Mings had to make the foul there. He smiles, but he knows we were outnumbered at the back there. And if you believe in that sort of thing, a pretty sensible foul by Mings there in the centre circle. Surprised he didn't get booked. So the best type of tactical foul there. Stop the attack and don't get booked as well. So well played, Mings, as Ben White was miles up the pitch. And one of the Romanians has just tried to lob Sam Johnstone from the halfway line. Not happening. Here is Mings. Mings back to Johnston. Did I know England are ranked 4th in the world, Jay? No, I didn't. That seems rather high, doesn't it? I suppose we don't really lose many games outside of tournaments, do we, England? If world rankings were done on big games, we wouldn't be as high, I don't think. There we go. Shaw plays that inside to Calvert-Lewin. Lots of players coming off position and coming short here. Perhaps England not either fizzing the ball around quite quickly enough, or there does seem to be a lot of distance from back to front here, which obviously makes it more difficult to play if you're going to be knocking the ball around. If you go direct like this, you're all right. Looking for Calvert-Lewin, but Chicheres wins it in the air. Grealish knocks it back to Phillips. Ward-Prowse out to Shaw. Oh, nice feet by Shaw there. Lovely little sidestep. Plays it into Rashford, his Manchester United teammate. Rashford drills the cross in low. Not a good one from Rashford. And it goes straight through to Nietzsche in the goal. England will draw all 3 games 0-0 and win on penalties. That sounds like Huddersfield in the playoffs in 2017, doesn't it? I think they even got an own goal into the bargain as well. Danny, thanks for this, Ben. Can't find in France. Oh, very nice too. Whereabouts are you in France? Can't find a stream on radio or TV. We'll keep you up to date. Here's Grealish into the box. Grealish off to Sancho. Sancho curls it. And England have hit the bar again. Great strike by Jadon Sancho there. Keeper was absolutely done. He was nowhere near it. And Sancho hits the crossbar there. England unlucky. It's worked inside. We'll have a look at the replay. Here's Ward-Prowse crosses in, and England hit the bar for the second time. Unlucky there. Sancho inside left position, left side of the box. Touch, curls it with the right foot. Hits the crossbar. Mings to Rashford. Shaw. Grealish. And Ruddock. Right, I'm going to get annoyed now. Grealish has just been fouled for about the 5th time. And Mr. Referee, can you protect our creative players, please? Sancho there from Grealish's pass. Lovely touch. Keeper absolutely miles away from it. Hits the crossbar. Unlucky from Sancho. Ooh, off the crossbar. And still no yellow cards. I think this referee could give Grealish a little bit more protection, but maybe I'm not leaving my bias at the door in saying that. Maybe I've got my England hat on there. South of France, 10 kilometres north of Cannes. Oh, Danny, where did we go on holiday? Cassis. Do you know Cassis on the coast? Here's another Ward-Prowse set play. In it goes. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, that's a huge chance. Oh, Calvert-Lewin beats the keeper in the air. Literally, by the time he's done that, just needs to let him hit it on the head and drop in the goal. Calvert-Lewin should have scored then. England should be in front. Great delivery. Great lineup. Link up with Ward-Prowse and Calvert-Lewin again. And ITV have pulled the replay because we got some doofus running on the pitch. Probably protesting about something or other. But if I talk about him, I guess that gives him exactly what he wants. So we'll have a look at the comments. Persistent fouling on Grealish. Correct. Ref needs to protect with a card. I agree. Ref scared of his pocket. Ref acting like Stuart Atwell. Unbelievable. Oh, you're about an hour away. Okay. I'd love to go back there one day, but it might be about 18 years before I can go on holiday again. But what you gonna do, hey? Here is Camorra into Nedelcharu. And the Romanians having a rare bit of possession here. England should be in front now. They created 3 decent enough chances. Calvert-Lewin hit the bar. Sancho hit the bar. And Calvert-Lewin there, unfortunately, we got a bit distracted by whatever the doofus running on the pitch was protesting for. But Calvert-Lewin just glances that. It's an open goal. Isn't it? Here come the Romanians down the right. Mings makes the interception. And Rashford with a very flash back pass all the way through to Sam Johnston. 41 on the clock. Here is Ward-Prowse to Ben White. White to Mings, back to White. Romania sitting off in that sort of mid-block, which is frankly turning into a low block now. But England know what they need to do against low blocks. Be patient. I mean, to be fair, they've had a couple of good chances, haven't they? Make those chances, score those goals. Here is Ward-Prowse. Nice ball. Calvert-Lewin back to Ward. Oh, if Calvert-Lewin had got that back to Ward-Prowse, there was an easy ball on for Rashford, who was in, but they didn't. Ward-Prowse continued the attack, and it's going to be a goal kick to Romania. England 0. Romania 0. Remember, hit that subscribe button. We were really close to 17,000, aren't we, on the subs? Let me press refresh. Oh, we've gone up a couple. 16,981. So hit subscribe if you haven't already. See if we can get over 17,000 soon. Soonish. 19 to go. No, 19. Showing my age there. Foul on Ben White. The 100th foul committed by the Romanians in this first half. No yellow cards have come out yet, and the captain has not been spoken to. There is Harry Kane on the bench. We may need you in the second half, Harry, but if we do, please do not get injured. Here's Ben White. Nice ball by White to Sancho. Sancho, horrible pass by Sancho out to Godfrey. Really sold him up the river there. Out it goes. There you go, Noel. If you know, you know. Pickard v. Kurt. Really enjoyed your Brentford history video. Thank you. Thank Brentford for being a good subject to talk about. Yeah, I think the blue shirt's nice, isn't it? Nice colour. Nice shade of blue. Here is Kamara. And a clearance left-footed, headed on by White. And Romania can have a bit of a counter now if they play this right. Here comes right back Surescu. Decent enough ball to Ivan. Surescu continues to run into the box, hits the shot. Oh, chance there. Good save by Johnston with his feet. Can the Romanians work something here? And it's over the bar from Stanciu. I said that in the build-up to that counter, if they work it right. Played that well. Good play by the right back. And it's a good return ball. Oh, you can tell he's a right back, can't you? It's nowhere near the corner, that shot. No power on it either. It's actually a poor finish, isn't it? And Johnston, Ben White, to be fair, was flying in behind him. But just caught us on the counter there, didn't they, Romania? Unfortunately for them, the right back got a bit of a nosebleed, didn't he? Yeah, 70 quid does seem the going rate for an international shirt now, doesn't it? I remember when I used to think 25 quid was too much for a football shirt, but there you go. What you going to do, hey? Anyone in the chat bought the England shirt? Or has someone got one of those knockoffs that looks very, very similar? Yeah, Phillips wins the ball back for England. Rashford, nice turn. Rashford fouled? No? Interesting. 45 on the clock. 1 minute of stoppage time. Going to be played. Kamara, the left back, plays it in. We'll do some Q&A at halftime. If anyone's got any questions, if anything really, we don't have to do. Doesn't have to be England related or to this game. Romania ending the half well, and Ben White on the cover there. Pound nearly getting in. Let's be honest about this. The entire back five, other than possibly Luke Shaw, will probably not play against Croatia. Other players in this team possibly might. I'm thinking Grealish, Rashford, Sancho are possibilities, aren't they? As Johnston makes the catch. I suspect the whistle is about to go. There we go. Half time, England 0, Romania 0. Look, we'll do the numbers, but it's been quiet, hasn't it? England probably should be in front. Dominic Calvert-Lewin hit the bar. Jadon Sancho hit the bar. Unlucky, both of those guys. And then another good chance from a Ward-Prowse set play. And Calvert-Lewin just needs to glance it over the keeper. He's such a prodigious jumper. Calvert-Lewin just needs to glance it in and gets too much on it, and over the bar it goes. However, there were two chances for Romania. Razvan Marin, the central midfielder, in, I don't know what, 20 yards out. Couldn't find the corner. And Dejan Surescu, the right back, on the counter at the end of the half there. So really the two best chances for Romania fell to their sitting midfielder and their right back. So, yeah, England probably should be leading, I would suggest. And I've got a little bit annoyed with the referee. I think Grealish has got a bit of treatment, hasn't he? And the yellow card, particularly that one where he gets shoved in the back and kicked in the ribs. 2 fouls in one. I think the yellow card should have come out there just to try and protect Grealish. Let's try and have a look at the numbers here. Yeah, God, look. 75% possession to England. 7 shots, only 1 on target. Remember, a shot against the crossbar does not count as a shot on target. So although we've hit the bar twice, they're not shots on target. 2 corners to 1. Well, I was talking about fouls. We've made 5 and the Romanians have only made 6. So maybe I'll apologise to our Romanian friends. And let's be honest, Romania have made about 6 tactical fouls and we've had 1 from Tyrone Mings. So look, get your comments on the first half and get your questions in. We'll talk about anything there. Matt, no more injuries. Please don't tell me you saw that right, Matt. And Luke Shaw was hobbling. No more injuries today. Well, here's a question to you lot in the chat. Would you take 0-0 and no injuries? And Henderson plays at least 10 minutes at the end as well. England need a player like Greenwood on the bench, a finisher. Russ, legend. Best coffee to endure terrible team. Well, on coffee, Russ, what did we go for recently? Oh, Shaylee got it off Amazon. It's a number 11, so it's quite strong. And I have it black as well. But you know me, I'm proper hyperactive. Can't do it otherwise. Any questions? We can do some Q&A while we're going. Do you think teams learn or gain anything by playing these pre-tournament friendlies? Personally, I think the rest would be more beneficial. Good question. I think given that we need to find one position, I think it's useful to have Godfrey, White and Ward-Prowse starting and playing a game. In terms of the actual strategy we'll use, it's not much use. What I've heard, and who was it who told me? Mark Pugh, the Bournemouth player, did a thing with him. And he said, honestly, players would rather play a match because the training would be all endurance and all cardiovascular and players would rather play. So I think if the players had anything to do with it, then they would rather play the match. For us fans, when we see a match, we want to see Harry Kane, don't we? And we want to see the first choice team ripping someone to shreds to give us some confidence. But I think perhaps us as fans, what we perhaps want and what's good for the players and the team, I think are a little bit at odds, aren't they? So, yes, I understand the, some of the feedback we're getting on the game, but I also understand from the players in Gareth Southgate's positions. What are the expectations for England at the Euros? Got to be semi-final minimum, hasn't it? If you get to the semi-finals of the World Cup, I think we need to up the expectations, don't we? I keep hearing all this, we're terrible, blah, blah, blah. No, we're not. We've got a load of players who've just won the Champions League, haven't we? So, no, I think expectations should be high. And I think we as a nation, we're very self-deprecating sometimes. And I think we like to be pessimistic sometimes because a pessimist is never disappointed. But I think expectations should be high. John, poor game this. Some of the fringe players need to do more if they want to be involved. Mings at the back scares the life out of me. Mings didn't have a good first 15 minutes in this one, did he? So as much as there tends to be a bit of a pile on Mings, he does seem to be the go-to guy for criticism. I didn't think he started the game too well, did he? What else are we saying here? David, John Stones, Tyrone Mings, accident waiting to happen. I think, look, let's be a bit with our language. They're not liabilities. That's ludicrous, isn't it? As in they're going to do more harm than good. That's just patently not true, is it? But I understand that maybe as a pair, that might not work. I do agree with that. Ben Godfrey to make the England squad with all these injuries. Russ, I've quite enjoyed Ben Godfrey this game. He's playing right back. He's given it a good go. He's been brave. He's tried to get up the line. Hasn't dovetailed too well with Sancho. But look, in the words of Brian Moore, it's up for grabs now. There's a shirt there, isn't there? And if Harry Maguire is as not fit as we think, it could be Ben White or Ben Godfrey who take that shirt for sure. So look, good luck to him. And I don't think he's going to play the full 90, Russ. So he's probably got another. Well, maybe he will. Actually, maybe Ward-Prowse, White, and Godfrey will play the whole 90, and they'll get given the chance. But you would think Sancho ahead of him won't play the whole 90, so maybe he'll have to dovetail with somebody else. But no, I'm enjoying Ben Godfrey in this game. I'd rather have played no friendlies, just play intra-squad games. Yeah, I mean, they'll be doing that anyway, won't they? Archie, for sure. Good questions. Keep them coming, guys. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, blah, blah, blah. You know the deal. Sean, tough to pick a full lineup, but who would be your front four? I'm so on the fence with this, Sean. I'm so on the fence. If I can say definitely Kane at 9, probably Mount as the furthest forward central midfielder, and then either Grealish or Foden, and either Sancho or Rashford. That's as close as I've got for that. Guys, keep your questions coming in. Great, intelligent, balanced stuff. For sure, I have to do a little bit of S-Housery quickly. Let's do it. 20% off your order at Cards Plug. Get yourself one of these bad boys. They need me today. Look, I'd unlock the defence with my 95 passing. 20% off one of these. Visit cardsplug.com/Bloom. Enter discount code Bloom at checkout. And you too, like me, can be hit myself in the face. 92 rated central midfielder. That is me. What's Calvin Phillips? Is Calvin Phillips 92? I don't know about these ratings. There we go. But I'm 92. Anyway, cardsplug.com/Bloom. Enter discount code Bloom at checkout. We are at halftime. England 0, Romania 0. Let's go to some more questions and comments. Don't know about the picture on the card. Hey, blame Cards Plug for that one. Right, what are we saying in the chat here? There we go. Why start Johnston over Henderson in goal? Surely better to get a look at the number 2 rather than number 3. You present a very viable argument, Sean. I can't really. Normally, I see a question and I try and come up with an opposing view for the sake of debate. I guess the only argument would be it's giving him a debut. So he's not going into the tournament, never having played a minute for England. But yeah, it makes some sense what you're saying, because if Pickford does get hurt, assuming Pickford's number 1, Henderson's going in, not Johnston. But then the argument is Henderson's ready to go. He's played for Manchester United and made his debut. But yeah, I understand your argument as well. As a lot of these are a flip of the coin. Off the England topic, what are your thoughts on the Buendia to Villa move? I did do a video on this, but I will say, look, you know my thoughts. I've covered the Championship. I've covered Buendia for 2 seasons in the Championship. He's really, really good. Seriously good player. I know I get excited about Championship players, but like, he's class. He's really, really good. So I think it's a great signing for Villa. I can only guess, and this is speculation, and Russ will probably help us. He's probably better placed with this one. I can only guess that they agreed that he was going to go, and Villa are at the front of the queue. And I can only guess as well that Emi Buendia thinks that rather than going to a club where he's not an automatic choice, I think he'll play 30 plus games for Villa next season if he stays fit. And I think, not to say that, Villa's a big club, but not to say that he's using it as a stepping stone. I'm not saying that at all, but I think it's quite smart, actually. I think look at the influence Grealish can have on that team. Look at the influence Zaha can have on a Crystal Palace in the middle of the table. Can Buendia come in and either dovetail with Grealish, which, let's be honest, that is 2 serious players as well, or, if Villa do get offered all the money in the world for Grealish, and I'm talking stupid money, they've got a super creative player there as well. the only people it doesn't work out well for is Norwich in respects of, and their recruitment's been very, very good, Norwich. We have to say that. They've got to replace his output. And as I say, he was a seriously good player and really made that team tick. So if we're sitting here at the end of the window and Norwich have signed really good players, and I'm talking about more than one to replace his output because it's going to need more than one, everyone's a winner, possibly. But I can understand Norwich fans, and we've got plenty of them watch the channel. I can understand Norwich fans being a bit concerned until some replacements, plural, come in. And I suspect, and I know a lot of Norwich fans, I suspect that transfer record needs to be broken fairly dramatically, probably more than once, to satiate the concerns that Norwich fans are having. There we go. A bit more on Buendia there. It could work out. Everyone's a winner, providing Norwich make good signings now to go on. Right, what else are we saying here in the chat? Why did England sack Clive Tilsley for Sam Matterface? I've got no idea. And doing this now, I never hear any of the commentary anyway. So how's he doing, Sam Matterface? Is he good? God, Tilsley had been doing it for about 20 years, hadn't he? Even more, possibly. But there we go. Right, what else are we saying here? Godfrey can play all across the back and played DM in the past. Same with Ben White, though, isn't it? And Ben White's played defensive midfield in the Premier League. Has Godfrey? I'm not sure he has. Has he played centre-back all season for Everton? Not to say that he can't. Right, what else are we saying in the chat here? One error in a game in modern football is a liability. Now, come on. Stop it. Let me bring up the definition of liability. You know what I'm like with pedantry. Liability. A person or thing whose presence or behaviour is likely to put one at a... Okay. Maybe I'll go with that. Likely to put one at a disadvantage. Liability. Okay. Maybe. Right, what are we saying? Phillips is 76. Oh, okay, not 92. I don't know. We should be looking to win this tournament with all our games being at Wembley. Semi-finals an absolute minimum. That's the kind of talk I like, Dave. What else are we saying in the chat here? Buendia and Grealish together. Yeah. If those two dovetail, wow, they could be really good, couldn't they? Let's be honest. Grealish and Barkley look pretty decent for what, 20 games, first 20 games of the season. I think Buendia is going to be better than Barkley, I have to say. Alistair is giving me a team there in a 4-3-3 with Kane, Sancho and Foden up top. Crepton Conan releasing their England single on Wednesday. Do you have an England single to be released before? They've got to have to be quick, won't I? We'd get you to number one. Yeah. Watkins could score a bag full with Grealish, but yeah, they could go full 4-3-3, couldn't they? Just leave those three up the pitch to do the business. Could be very, very, very good, couldn't it? What else are we saying in the chat? Anything more here? Phillips got a team of the season last FIFA. 92 rated upgrade. There we go. So I've got the same rating. Oh, Jordan Henderson's on. My God. Unbelievable scenes. Right. Here we go. Don't get injured, Jordan. Wow. Jordan Henderson is going to kick a football competitively. Come on, Jordan. This is potentially very, very good news here, providing he can get to the end of the 45. I am very, very pleased to see Jordan Henderson coming on at halftime for Calvin Phillips. He's going to play an entire 45 minutes. Let's see how fit he is. Oh, I'm pleased about that. Get your thoughts in on that. Henderson, we hoped to see him the other day against Austria. He didn't come on. He's going to play an entire 45 here. We've just kicked off. I'm all giddy now because Henderson's on. Simple pleasures here watching England. We'll try and get you a timestamp as soon as we can. Nice. Some positivity. There we go. All this negative comments we get when it comes to England. Let's put some positive ones up. Henderson. There we go. It's coming home. Brilliant. Hendo. I remember Henderson performance. Was it good? Is that a positive comments? I'm trying to only put positive comments up now. Right, we'll do your timestamp here. Has Grealish been fouled again? Right, please get a yellow card out now, for goodness sake. Right, we'll give you a timestamp for 46 minutes in 3, 2, 1, sync. 46 minutes if you want. Need his leadership if England are to do well in the Euros. Let's hope so. Right. Here comes a free kick from Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse puts it in. Oh, how have we not scored there? There's about 3 England players arriving. It's inside the 6-yard box. I think the last touch is Calvert-Lewin. Oh, dear. Calvert-Lewin almost takes it off Godfrey, I think. The Everton teammates. Another good delivery from Ward-Prowse. Oh, dear. Russ, I'm going to tell you off. Freedom of speech. I'll press block. And if you really want me to shut down your freedom of speech, anyone can say anything in the chat. It's also my freedom of choice to put what the hell I want on the screen. So stop that right now and never accuse me of not allowing people their freedom of speech. No, thank you very much. Wrong hill. I will die on that one for sure. Here is Grealish. Grealish to Henderson, who has a touch. Hurrah. Godfrey. Godfrey to Calvert-Lewin, who's just got crunched from behind. Referee gives it one of those. And out it goes to the left-hand side. Referee, do we say lenient? Do we? He's let the game flow. Let's just say that, shall we? 48 gone. England 0, Romania 0. England missing another chance. Here is Pound given away, swept up by Ben White. I suppose the biggest headline so far in this game is that Jordan Henderson is on the pitch. It's been all about Henderson and Maguire's fitness, hasn't it? Henderson is on the pitch. And hopefully he's going to play an entire 45 minutes here. Here is Ivan coming down the right, just bumped off Rashford. Suresu, nice cross. Oh, it's gone loose. Chance for the Romanians. Good cover by Godfrey, edge of the box. And Godfrey makes the block. There you go. There's a perk of having a centre-half playing at right back. Ben Godfrey got his positioning bang on there and came across and covered very well after the Romanians got the overload down the right-hand side. Henderson well positioned, heads away, and Rashford clears. Calvert-Lewin tries to make something of it. Oh, he's done well. Rashford trying to get away. I bet he's going to give a free kick. No, he's not. This referee loves a tackle, doesn't he? I thought Rashford fouled Chiriches there, but no foul given. Here's Henderson. Henderson to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse to Godfrey back to Henderson. Henderson to Godfrey. Godfrey to White. White slips that through to Grealish. White's distribution's very good, actually, isn't it? From centre half. Here's Luke Shaw. Shaw to Rashford, and it's cut out as it goes down the line. Wearing my Euro 96 shirt. You love to see it. A classic. I quite like the grey one as well. Shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, you love to see it. Here's that chance. Ward-Prowse has been very good from the set plays, hasn't he? I have to say. And, yeah, well, who's putting who off there? Calvert-Lewin gets there first to miss the chance. One of them's putting the other off for sure. Godfrey and Calvert-Lewin making the same run. Perhaps if only one of them had made the run, they'd have been able to stick it in the back of the net and England would be leading. But another chance goes astray. I'm pretty impressed with James Ward-Prowse's set plays, though. A couple of these chances we've spoken about, probably the best of them have come from Ward-Prowse and his set plays. So that'll be another string to the bow of that argument. Henderson to Grealish. Grealish is fairly tackled there, I do have to say. I'm not going to moan about that one. And here come the Romanians playing the channel. And Godfrey on the cover. Godfrey's having a good game, isn't he? Right back. Do I get a Pepsi refill at Harvester? Sounds good to me. I've only been to about one restaurant in the last year, though, so a little bit out of practice. Mad Andy, White or Ward-Prowse called up. Godfrey's doing himself no harm with this game. To be fair, White and Ward-Prowse, all three of them have done it right, haven't they? The guys we think are going to be in Southgate's mind. Here is Stanchu, and he tries to play it down the line, giving it away. 52 gone. England 0, Romania 0. England probably should be on the score sheet. Hit the crossbar twice in the first half. Another big chance from a Ward-Prowse set play. Crossed in from the left. Oh, Rashford, that's poor. Oh, chance for the Romanians there. Marcus Rashford having to do a bit of defensive work there. Gets a really poor header on it. Or no kind of header at all. Decent effort on the volley there. Just grazes Luke Shaw's backside. Or looked like his shorts rippled there. Poor turn of phrase, isn't it? It was Dejan Surescu, the right back with the shot. And it just goes wide. Without being disrespectful to Romania, for Betasov was attacking us, White don't look like he's up to it at this level. Well, we'll see. Godfrey could be a fringe player, but with a big future with his experience. And just as we say that, Godfrey comes out and misses an interception. And now here come Romania into the box. Oh, did they hit the outside of the post or was it the stanchion behind the goal? There it was... my nightmare is Chichaldo running into the box. No, it was the stanchion behind the goal. Decent enough cover from Tyrone Mings there. Godfrey did just get caught up the pitch and good few minutes for Romania, I have to say. After England, I thought it started the half all right. Here is Marin. And, oh dear, get up. Calvert-Lewin's down. Calvert-Lewin is holding his left knee. Please get up. He is getting up. Pretty innocuous. It was Nedel Charu. Just little coming together there. Calvert-Lewin a little limp. Let's hope he can run that off. Southgate looks on pensively. Here is Suresh. And forward by Chiriches. Godfrey on the cover. Does well again. Heads it away. Henderson to Grealish. Grealish to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse to Shaw. Shaw's tried to play the channel. Rashford's quick. He's not that quick. I know this sounds like completely ridiculous logic, but I bet if Romania keep coming forward and this good 3 minutes turns into a good 5 minutes, I bet England will get a big chance off the back of it because they'll open up a little bit. I suspect. Although we would rather be England keeping the ball and forcing the issue. They're not at the moment. It's given away. Here's Grealish. Oh, brilliant from Grealish. Goes round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Plays it to Rashford. Rashford in the box. Oh, too many touches, Rashford. Oh, touch and hit there, Rashford. Just too clever for his own good there after Grealish had done very well. There it goes into the channel. Oh. And Andre Ivan can't get it. Great play by Grealish to beat his man. Holds the ball up, feeds it, says line touch. I mean, to be fair to Rashford, it's good cover by Marin. But then too many touches in the box from Rashford, who seems to have just put half of it together today. Some good little moments. The first part of the dribble and then not the second half of it, I have to say, today. A big fan of Rashford's, but yeah, and let's be honest, he's up against, in that front left position, possibly Grealish, possibly Foden as well. So there are players who will take that shirt for sure. Here comes Sancho. Grealish. Oh, Sancho. Grealish is trying to get England going, isn't he? Grealish back heel to Godfrey. And they've switched the play. Here's Shaw. Rashford back to Shaw. Good play by the two Manchester United players. Oh, come on. Get your yellow card out. Horrible foul by Ivan. Thank you, referee, for goodness sake. Oh, I'm getting cross with this now. How many fouls is that now? Without a yellow. That was foul number 10 from the Romanians. Shaw completely roasted Ivan on the cover. And finally, we have a yellow card. And another chance for James Ward-Prowse to pop in a free kick. All this negativity in the chat, we won't have anyone left soon. Let's keep it positive, hey? I get it. Don't worry, I get the frustration. I think that would all be alleviated with a goal, I think. Right, let's see if we can get another good delivery for James Ward-Prowse here. Really close in to the left-hand side of the box. Come on, James. Dummy from Shaw. Ward-Prowse straight at the goalkeeper. It looked like the most dangerous possibility. Perhaps it was too close and he didn't feel he could do a lot with it. He didn't do a lot with it, frankly. Shall we celebrate a goal like that? The ref has got his card out. Yeah, finally. Maybe the floodgates will open now. Oh, Romania have broken our press here. And here comes Marin. Marin tries to feed it through. Mings sweeps that up nicely. But, yeah, nice little couple of passes to beat our press there. And looked well positioned. Yeah, they come again. Ivan down the right. And he's got Suresh over. He crosses in. Mings well positioned. Heads it away. Here comes Rashford. I think Rashford might come off in about the next 10 minutes. Just slowing down a little bit now. Here is Nedel Charu. He gets it back off Camorra. And Marin, who's playing quite well in the second half, getting on the ball a bit more, feeds it through. That's good cover by Jadon Sancho. And big clearance by Sam Johnstone. Although Romania pick up the ball again. Stanciu to Chiriches. They've improved in the second half. A bit more of an even game. I thought the first half was a little more one-sided than this, but Romania having a bit more of the ball. SofaScore aren't giving me the option to click on their possession. All I will say is their possession has gone up 12% since half-time. Here is Chiriches just standing on the ball. In it comes Long. And Camorra plays it up the line. Stanciu plays it inside. Oh, good play by Henderson. Just nicks it off him. And Ward-Prowse makes the clearance. Calvert-Lewin, nice knock off. Here's Rashford. Rashford charging forward. Now Rashford 1v1. Rashford into the box. Rashford, oh, he did so well in the build-up. Huge chance. And he puts it wide. Sums up his day, Rashford. It's looked so promising. He takes the ball. He outruns 3 Romanian defenders. He gets into the box and then he shoots it wide. Doesn't look like he miskicked it either. I think he's just at the end of his run. Big chance, though, for Marcus Rashford, which he could not finish. Here is Chiriches to Marin. Godfrey wins it. Ward-Prowse. Henderson. Nice little feed into Calvert-Lewin. Henderson again. Henderson. That's offside, surely, isn't it? Yeah. Sancho. I think I'm contractually obliged to say shouldn't have been offside there when he was looking along the line. What you gonna do? Nice run. Shame about the finish. Oh dear. Indeed. I'd rather have Lingard than Rashford. Rashford, chocolate fire guard. There you go. I'm reading these out in the interest of balance because apparently I'm too positive. How did he not score that? There we go. Rashford is a pace merchant. Not good enough player, sadly. There we go. In the interest of balance. I think I've been quite balanced on Rashford, haven't I? Here is Serescu. Inside it goes to Stanciu. Serescu. Into Marin. Marin out it goes to Ned El Cherry. Imagine the meltdown if Romania take the lead. Oh, God. Stanciu plays that down the right-hand side to Serescu. They're looking good. Fed in, and they just overplayed it, actually. And now England might be able to get them on transition. Oof. But no. Yeah. Ben, go to Hungry Horse right now. Thank you, Benjamin. You're a star. You're welcome, Rush. Am I the only one who thinks Rashford gets abused because he seems to be doing decent things with his personal life? Some of it, yeah. But I think you lot have been fairly fair in the chat. A bit of a cliche, but it's been end product, hasn't it, from Rashford today? I do agree with you in the chat, I have to say. I think if he'd been at it like we know he can be, I think he would have created a goal today or scored a goal. So, agreed. Right, here come 2 central midfielders. Are we getting a change of shape here? Because Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham are coming on. James Ward-Prowse has come off. Give me your feedback on Ward-Prowse. Interested to know what you guys think. Set plays enough. Jadon Sancho is coming off as well. So I suspect Grealish is going to go wide now. Declan Rice is just giving the instructions. He's told somebody, go right. Bellingham is held up 3 fingers like that. So we're going to have a midfield 3 of Henderson, Bellingham and Rice. ITV aren't showing me the pitch. They're showing the subs for Romania. Rashford was the player who Declan Rice told to go right. So Grealish will now go left and Calvert-Lewin will play down the centre. So this is a very straight 4-3-3 now without a number 10. Jordan Henderson's just feeding that to Calvert-Lewin. So I don't know who's going to be getting forward from this midfield. Probably Jude Bellingham. Although Jude Bellingham came on and went like that as if to say, no, 3 of us. Looks like Rice is sat behind Henderson and Bellingham. And what we do not need now is a massive gap between Bellingham, Henderson and Calvert-Lewin. So it's Rashford right and Grealish left. There were a couple of Romania substitutions, which I paid utterly no attention to. I think Georgie Hadji's boy is on. We'll cover that in a sec. Here is Grealish. Can you get me your thoughts in on Ward-Prowse? 65 minutes for Ward-Prowse today. Some really nice set play deliveries. Oh, here's Grealish into the box. Penalty, surely. Yes. Excellent from Grealish. And England win a penalty. And that's a substitute who has conceded a penalty. That is Tiberu Kapusa. It's a blatant stonewall penalty here. Grealish, just too good for him. And down he goes. Penalty to England. Well played, Grealish. For all of my moaning about the ref not giving fouls, he gave the one that was in the box. So we'll take that. Well played, Grealish, who's had a good game, hasn't he? And the chat are going to love this because Marcus Rashford is going to take the penalty. Come on, Marcus. Penalty for England. Marcus Rashford is going to take, put him in his best position and watch him go. Well, took him all of about 30 seconds in his best position to win a penalty. Rashford, it's a straight run-up. I think he's going to take 2 steps to the left if I know his penalty technique and then hit it right-footed. Here comes Marcus Rashford. 1, 2, 3 to the left. Rashford, right-footed, stutters with the run-up and scores. Cool as you like. Keeper put his weight on his right foot. Rashford with the goal. 1-0 to England. Grealish wins the penalty. Rashford sells the keeper. Yeah, he puts his weight on his right foot. And Rashford gives England the lead. England 1, Romania 0. Immediately after the little change of shape to go to the flatter 4-3-3. Grealish gets in front of his man. And look, we all know what's going to happen. Get out of his way because he will go down and it will be a penalty. And the legs get tangled. Grealish wins the pen. And Rashford puts it home. Grealish the difference. Again, finally, England took long enough. Come on, England, good lad. Get in there finally. Cool as you like. Hey, watch him miss. Well, there you go. Sean. There was a question here. Was he looking for the penalty? A little bit, but it was a penalty. Was it? Marcus Rashford, MBE. That'll hopefully be one to get the goals and the confidence flowing for the captain. Rashford took pens for Man U before Bruno signed. Showed there's a very, very confident penalty by Marcus Rashford. Please, God, we don't have to sit through a penalty shootout in this tournament. But let's be honest, we probably will. Can anyone remember all the penalty shootouts? Colombia in 2018. Portugal in 2006. Portugal in 2004. Argentina, 98. Germany, 96. West Germany, 90. God. And we've only won one of them, haven't we? So, yeah. I prefer not. Here's a lovely ball out to Rashford. Rashford down the right. Rashford crosses low. Good looking cross that. Good goalkeeping. Calvert-Lewin throws himself in. But Florin Nita makes the interception there. It was Haji on for Alibek, who was playing up top for Romania. And Kapusa, who has conceded a penalty like seconds after he came on for Ceresu at right back. And the Romanian coach is probably regretting that. Spain 96. Yes, you are right. So are you. Italy 20. I missed 2, didn't I? Goodness me. Spain 96. I remember David Seaman being brilliant. And the Spain penalties not being very good, I have to say. I think they only scored 1, didn't they? We win 3-1 on that one. And Italy, all I remember is Pirlo and Joe Hart. Here is Marin. It's fed on, attempted to fed on. Calvert-Lewin makes the interception. Rice to Grealish. Grealish, a little bit of space, and Luke Shaw outside of him. Go on, Jack. Carries the ball. Out it goes to Shaw. Shaw crosses in all the way to the far post. It takes a deflection, and that wrong foot's Marcus Rashford. I thought you said positive comments only. You just listed all England. Hey, facts. England's penalties, rather than some of the outright negativity we get. But there we go. I'll read it for balance. So what is the England penalty record? So I can say it as a fact. 2 wins and 5 defeats. Can anyone add it up? 2 wins against Spain and Colombia, and defeats to Germany twice, Italy, Argentina, and Portugal twice. I make it 6-2 against. Is that right? Help me out. Here is Chichaldo, who I cannot pronounce. Reckon Grealish has done enough to start in these games. Can we put that to the chat? What do we think? Grealish to start? There's Foden though, isn't there? Clipped in and headed away. All Mings haven't dealt with it, and down goes Andre Ivan. Theatrically, referee equally theatrically says no. Beats Switzerland in the Nations League. So what, 6-3? 6-3. Do we count the Nations League as a major tournament? Let me know. Germany, 25 wins, 0 losses. You love to see it. No, you don't. Not when they're against us. Horrible dive there by Andre Ivan in the box. Waiting for contact from either Mings or Bellingham or Rice or anybody. So if we're counting the Nations League, it's 6 defeats and 3 wins. Is it 5 subs in the Euros? Anyone know? Pass. Chiriches plays it back. 72 gone. England 1. Romania 0. Marcus Rashford, England captain from the spot. Here is Stanchu. Big switch of play. Big space there. Godfrey's a little bit narrow. Here is Pound. Plays it. Oh, no, it's cut back. Chance. Oh, and they're going to score. Oh, what a save. How on earth has Sam Johnston saved that? I cannot believe Romania have not scored there. It was a good ball in the first place. Ben Godfrey was way too narrow. Cut back. So good block by Mings. And then what a save. Chichaldo, great block by Mings. And he has to score. That is a hell of a save by Sam Johnston. Mings makes the block first off. And it's Andre Ivan. Worldy save by Johnston, I have to say. That's a brilliant save down to his right there. We got Jordan Pickford's reaction to that. And Johnston, well played, Sam, makes the punch as well. It was a switch of play. Godfrey was narrow, wasn't he? There was a lot of space. The cut back, Mings makes the block, and then Andre Ivan hits the shot well. It's a great save by Sam Johnston. Oh, brilliant. And he's on the floor as well and jumps back up. I mean, you can say Ivan should score, but he smacks it into the corner. Great save by Sam Johnston. Great moment, that. Kieran Trippier and Jesse Lingard are coming on. Save. Big style. Oh, my God. Oh, my word. Johnston should get a look in. What a save. Good keeper. Give that one up. What a save by Sam Johnston. Right, Luke Shaw and Marcus Rashford are coming on. So I'm guessing Henderson will be the captain. So Trippier will go and play left back again. And Lingard is going to play down the right. Play anywhere, Lingard, can't he? Johnston is a top keeper. This has been known. I'll credit Southgate for taking over Ramsdale. Ramsdale sat there on the bench with Henderson and Pickford as well. They're all there today, aren't they? Mings, who made the block in the first instant. Not that anyone in the chat has acknowledged that. I think overshadowed somewhat by the brilliant save by Sam Johnston straight after. Here's Godfrey. And Mings to Trippier and Grealish. So it's still a 4-3-3. Now Trippier's playing left back and Lingard is playing front right. You wanted to know how good the first choice keeper is? You just found out. Yeah. What a save. We'll get a Premier League move. £6 million goalkeeper in the Championship as well. Russ, remember, he'd been on loan at Villa and West Brom. Was Johnston, it was Man United, wasn't it? They're all Man United goalkeepers, aren't they? Henderson, Johnston. Grealish is down again. Chicharez through the back of him. Oh, and lands his foot on the back of Jack's head. He does, to be fair, immediately apologise. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. Can we just get Grealish off the pitch now? Just take him off before someone completely does him. I'll give Chicharez a pass there because you never know a player's intent, do you? And he did apologise straight away. But it's not going to be any consolation to Grealish with this foot going into the back of his head. Is another penalty. Chicharez against Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And it's another penalty to England. A bad minute for Chicharez. And it's another stonewaller, isn't it? Yeah, it's a terrible tackle. Calvert-Lewin just gets the head in front. And Chicharez, oh, God. Surely he's going to get booked for that. Neck-high tackle on Calvert-Lewin just knocks him off his feet, stonewaller. And it looks like Jordan Henderson, the England captain, is going to take the penalty. I thought Dominic Calvert-Lewin picked the ball up. Come on, Jordan. Another right-footed. It's going to be 4 steps, I think. Henderson saved. And the follow-up is not put in. Ouch. Henderson has his penalty saved by Florin Nita. And let's see how far in the corner that was. It's not the worst penalty, but it's not quite in the corner, is it? I'm going to go cliche. Nice height for the keeper. Telegraphed it. Henderson's looking for Lingard, I think, on the follow-up. No, it's not in the corner at all, is it? And England miss a penalty going into a major tournament. Oh, dear. Get your thoughts in on that. I think it's a stonewaller, isn't it? And Vlad Chirichez gets away with that one, doesn't he, for the foul on Calvert-Lewin. And the man wearing the England armband misses from the penalty spot. We're very pleased to see him back, but not very pleased to see him missing a penalty. Henderson missed versus Colombia. Liam, I'll put that up, but I won't read it. Henderson missing the pen. Colombia all over again. Shocker. Hendo. Yeah. Get the misses out the way. There we go. We're going to get another couple of subs for Romania. Off comes Chichaldo, much to my pleasure. And on come number 20, Constantin Budescu, and number 25, Alexandru Balucha. I'm not going to pretend I have any knowledge of the Romanian language. So I apologise, but I don't apologise for my pronunciation because I'm sure none of you care. Anyway, here is Sam Johnston. Obviously, respect to the family names of these Romanians, but I can't pronounce them very well. Here is an ambitious ball around the corner by Lingard, which Henderson does well to control. Nice feet by Bellingham. And Henderson tries an ostentatious switch of play. Grealish in the air, wins it. Go on, Jack. And here he goes against the right back, who he won the penalty against, Trapusa, within seconds of him coming on. Henderson, lovely ball. Henderson, Calvert-Lewin, straight at the keeper. Oh, he's got to find the corner there, Calvert-Lewin. Lovely ball by Henderson to play him in. Touch, strike by Calvert-Lewin. I think he should be finding the corner there. Or if you're going to hit it harder, straight through the keeper. Here is Grealish. Trippier back inside for Grealish. Grealish to Henderson. Touch. Henderson. Nice ball inside. Bellingham. Good football by England. Lingard out to Godfrey down the right-hand side. Godfrey back to Bellingham. Bellingham. Lovely cross in for Calvert-Lewin. I think that's a very good save by keeper Nita. Bellingham's a baller, isn't he? Quality player. Bellingham just engineering it down that side. The cross comes in and tipped over the bar. Bellingham's cross. Calvert-Lewin's a beast in the air as well, isn't he? Good save by the keeper. There might have been a foul. I say Calvert-Lewin's a beast in the air. I think he might have fouled the centre half there. I think he might be about to go off as well. Oh, does that mean Harry Kane's coming on? Please don't get injured, Harry. Keep away from Chiriches. No, Ollie Watkins is coming on. Harry Kane is not going to get injured. How many likes have we got? Get it up to 100. Hit like if you are in the chat. Thank you for the plug, Dubai Canary. There. Please hit subscribe. We're closing in on 17,000 subscribers. We're 15 away. Bum, bum, bum. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, now here come England again. Watkins, Lingard, Watkins. Can he make the cross? Watkins stands it up to the back post. Bellingham. Oh, no, he's hit the bar. Oh, that would have been great if Bellingham could have got on the score sheet there. Keeper's playing well now. Florian Nietzsche. Good play. Lingard and Watkins. Lovely little stand up. Bellingham. Oh, it's unlucky. Heads it down. Does it come off the defender? Oh, no, what a clearance. How on earth has he cleared that? Unbelievable. Chiriches jumps up. His right foot goes up in the air and it clears it off the crossbar. I don't think he means anything to do with it, but so Bellingham's very unlucky there because he does head it down as well. Chance on the back post for Mings, heads it over the crossbar. Just couldn't shake off his man. Oh, that's irritating. Bellingham's unlucky there. Heads it down, and I think Chiriches has no idea how he's cleared it. And it goes off the crossbar and over the top. Mings heads over from the corner. Another sub for the Romanians. Off comes Nedel Charu. On comes Adrian Rus. Keeper. You see, I thought it was the keeper. Came off the defender. Great defending. Was it, Dave? Did he have any idea? If he meant that, it was incredible defending. But yeah, how did he not score that? Unlucky Bellingham there. Either a brilliant or a very fortuitous bit of defending. 83:50 on the clock. A goal kick to England, who should, having missed a penalty and Bellingham missing that chance, be 2-0 up. And they hit the bar twice in the second half. Bit negative, but I'll put it up because he might be right. England aren't clinical enough to win the Euros. I will say England's most clinical players, Harry Kane, Phil Foden possibly, are not on the pitch. So that may change the level of clinicality, clinicism What's the right word there to make clinical? Here is Bellingham, who's looked very lively since he's come on. Here comes Bellingham, driving forward. Bellingham to Grealish. Grealish into the box. Grealish tries to knock it back, and it's good defending. Really enjoying Bellingham's cameo now. Yes, good idea, Russ. Get your lineups in. Get your lineups in. Are you okay, Tromper? Foden isn't clinical. Right, give me a cogent argument using numerical evidence to tell me that Foden isn't clinical. Go. Because it's just being very negative now, isn't it? Clinicalness. Clinicality. It is a set play. Kieran Trippier is going to take it from the left, and it comes right-footed. And on the back post, oh, how has he missed? It was Watkins flicked on. I think it comes at Watkins quickly. We'll give him some credit there. Godfrey wins the header, climbs well. Oh, Watkins just stretches out the right foot, hits the bottom. It's his studs, doesn't it? Here is one of the subs. Baluta. And there's a long-range shot, hits his own man. Baluta has got it back, or probably Balucha. Here is Romania coming from the left. Big chance. Oh, he should have scored. So Phil Foden missed a good chance in the Champions League final. Should have buried it. So he's now not clinical. Okay? That's won the argument. Player misses one chance. They are now no longer clinical. Can someone find me Messi missing a chance, please, so I can call him not clinical? This is going to be the bandwagon now, isn't it? Agreed, Jude needs to start. There's always a bright young thing that we want in the team. Who would it be, though? Henderson and Bellingham? Rice and Bellingham? Who knows? Here is Foden. It's not Foden at all. It's Godfrey. Here is Lingard to Bellingham, who we're all having fun with. You bring up info goal. Let's see whether we can actually find a sensible bit of data to support any kind of argument here. Right, there we go. I'm about to win the argument. This will be good. Right, how do I do this? Like that. So here is Phil Foden's expected goals and assists for this season. And Phil Foden's expected goals is 5.3. And from a 5.3 XG, Phil Foden has scored 9 goals. Phil Foden's expected assists, 3.84, 5 assists. Clinical. 5 XG and 9 goals. Clinical. Unbelievable. Gotta love Foden, haven't you? Anyway, I'll drop the mic and we'll get back to the game. Here is Johnston. Johnston to Ben White. I mentioned him in about 20 minutes. Here is Watkins. Lingard driving forward. Here is Bellingham. Bellingham to Lingard. Lingard hits the shot, blocked out. Jiriches clears for Romania. They're quite content to play out from the back, the Romanians, aren't they? Fair play. Here is Camora. Unbelievable. Okay, so I've just given you numerical evidence that Phil Foden is clinical, but you don't agree. Right? Present me your counter argument. Go on. This will be good. Here is the sub right back, whose name I've forgotten. Sorry. Chapusa, who tries to cross in. Cleared. He's got it back. 89:22 on the clock. Ooh, cross goes in, spilt by Johnston and cleared. Oh, goodness me. And a free kick to Romania as we go into stoppage time. "90 minutes up, 3 minutes of stoppage time." There we go, guys. I have been dethroned because stats are overrated in football. Okay, I stand corrected. Phil Foden's not clinical and stats are overrated. Okay. Free kick to Romania, which number 23, Stanchu, is going to take. England, 4 in the wall. Henderson to the side. Grealish lying down behind it. Here is, it's clipped in, it's off Rice. Rice nods it down. Lingard to Grealish. Ben, I can feel more burning. Stop it. Hey, all right, Mr. Free Speech Man. Who's stopping my free speech now? Goals are overrated too. They're terrible, aren't they? Hey? Well, real goals as opposed to expected goals. Marin. It is Chiriches. Stop changing the subject. You said Foden is not clinical, and I gave you evidence that he was. That's called a straw man argument. Oh, I'm massively overrated, Annie. 100%. Oh, Godfrey gets beaten. No, he doesn't. And Johnston comes out and cleans everybody out. Let's hope the referee treats that in the same way he's treated everything else. What's he given? I think he's given a free kick to England. Godfrey did well in the first instance. Jumped over Johnston and into Ivan. Oh, mate, Dave. Yeah, he was lovely, wasn't he, Russ? There you go. I disagree. Senior FIFA stats. They are 100% accurate and not overrated. We are 2.5 minutes into stoppage time. England 1, Romania 0. Marcus Rashford with the only goal. Jordan Henderson missed the penalty. England hitting the woodwork 3 times. There we go. Back to that lovely clinical word. They haven't been that clinical today, have they? Big boot forward, and that is the end of that. So, touch wood, nobody got injured. I hope. I can't see anyone with an ice pack on anything. Jordan Henderson returned and played 45 minutes. So let's assume Jordan Henderson is fit-ish, and we now need to find out what Gareth Southgate is going to do for his last position in the squad. Ben Godfrey played well at right back. Ben White played well at centre back. And James Ward-Prowse delivered some good set plays as well. So I think it's between those 3. With Henderson properly back now, we have 4 midfielders essentially. But Bellingham looks completely up to it, doesn't he? In terms of if Henderson isn't there, you've got you can choose then from Rice and Phillips and Bellingham. Is that enough depth? You tell me. So that's going to be the story now. Not really the game. Pleased to see Henderson back. Pleased to see no Trent repeat with someone doing their leg or their thigh, wasn't it? So yes, get final comments in. Right, people are telling me off, so I'm gonna offer an olive branch to Tromper. Football is all about stats now. I bet people win. I'm gonna say it's all good. It's all good, bro. Keep the comments coming. You have been good in the chat, actually. If a little bit salty about certain players, but there you go. That counts as my apology for being mean to Tromper, if anyone thought I was. There you go. I've stood up. 90 minutes for Grealish, an excellent 90 minutes as well. Such a good player. Only positive is no injuries. Are you sure, John? Surely Ward-Prowse, Godfrey and White, none of them were horrific, were they? Great save by Johnston, great debut and a clean sheet as well. Didn't learn anything from that. Didn't expect to. We confirmed that England supporters don't rate anyone. Of course they don't. Yeah. It's coming home. You love to see it. There we go. Right. Am I all good? He's given me a laugh there. Ben does an England scream. We know the game is awful, but we love Ben so much for the entertainment. Hey, you don't expect the tournament. The tournament will be equally as turgid, but way more tense. At least we can be relaxed with that one, haven't we? So there we go. Sorry if I was prickly in the stream to everyone or anyone or Tromper. Where has he gone? I'll apologise to him again. There we go. I think Phil Foden's really good though, which is cool, isn't it? So there we go. England 1, Romania 0. Thank you everybody for joining me. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe before you go. Please hit like. All of that nonsense. Check out me and the missus did our kit rankings and all of that good stuff. Let me know if you want a shout out in the chat. We'll do some of them before we get going. And we don't know exactly when Southgate's going to announce the final squad. So maybe we'll get into squad predictions in the next few days. Right. Thank you, Paul. Bamford do with somebody. They're everywhere, those Leeds fans, aren't they? Thought that was fairly decent. Great job. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Russ. Leeds 2021. Farewell, Sam. Jude has to start. Can't wait for Scotland on Friday week. Bring it on. And that is a stat. Here we go. Best thing about the game is Patrick. I didn't hear any of this. I mean, earphones in all the time. People rate different players. That is allowed. Absolutely. Real game start next weekend. Bring it on. We've learnt Ben is now a Man United fan after. Yeah, I'll get accused of that, won't I? Saying nice things about Rashford. Wasn't very active in the chat. Always look forward. That's all right. Liam. Number 1, Ben. I like the Finnish kit. Yeah, I had that at number 1, to be fair. If this is you prickly now, imagine. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. See you soon, Liam. Mr. E. Dubai Canary. Southgate said he would announce the squad by tomorrow. We will have a look at that. England v Scotland on Friday night, 8 p.m. Just after. Hang on, what date will that be? Is that after June the 21st as well? Oh my God, dearie me. Right. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for joining me. And it is a lovely big over and out from me. It was England 1, Romania 0. 2 straight wins, 2 clean sheets. Accentuate the positive. Over and out, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.